Good morning, students. Today we will start the last topic of our third year syllabus, that is ecosystem. Okay, in the paper ecology, we had already studied the definition of ecology, then its various aspects. Then we had studied community, what is community. Okay, all that you had already studied, but again we will recall the definition of ecology. Okay, what is ecology? Ecology was derived from two Greek words, oikos means house and logos means the study, okay, study of residential or living area of organism is called as ecology, literally. Okay. Then the Ernst Haeckel derived the word ecology first time, and he refers it the surrounding outer world, which we now call the environment of organism. And then he described organic and inorganic conditions, that conditions we now call as biotic and abiotic environmental factors. Okay, then again the next R. Mishra in 1967 defined ecology as interactions of form, that is living organism, their functions and factors. This is the definition given by R. Mishra. Okay, then we will see the definition of ecosystem. What is ecosystem? The ecosystem is a system formed by the community and the environment. Okay, what is community? That we had already studied in previous topic. All the living organisms or species in a particular area at particular time are included under the community. Okay, that includes both plants, animals, okay, all type of living organisms present in that area. The living organisms present in a community, they interact among themselves, and they also have functional relationship with their non-living environment. And this structural and functional system of communities and their environment is called as ecosystem. Okay, that we have to study. Then ecosystem is basic structural and functional unit of ecology. Ecosystem is also defined as it is a basic structural and functional unit of ecology. Okay, means we have to study the structure of ecology and functional aspects of ecology, and this is included in ecosystem. Then ecosystem, it comprises the interactions of organisms and their environmental factors, and it also involves the flow of energy, cycling of material, etc. Then we will see some concepts of ecosystem. Now new or modern concepts of ecology are as follows. We consider both biotic and abiotic components. In that, basic structural and functional unit of nature is ecosystem. Okay. This ecosystem, it describes biological units consist of populations and communities, including biomes, that we had already studied. Then second concept, there exist varying degrees of plus or minus or even neutral interactions. Okay, that interactions we had seen plus, minus or even, that is mutualism, predation, etc. in previous topic. Then both interspecific level and intraspecific level, which determine along with biotic parameters. It is second aspect. Then third concept, there are involved energetics of ecosystem. Every ecosystem, it requires energy, which is the driving force of system. And we know the main source of energy is the sun, that is radiant energy. This energy is trapped by autotrophs, that is producers, and then it is transferred to heterotrophic organisms or consumers through the organic molecules that they consume. This flow of energy is unidirectional and it is non-cyclic. Then the fourth concept, the chemical component of ecosystem, they move in cyclic way. It is called as biogeochemical cycles that we have to study in later part of this. Then the successful growth of organism is governed by limiting factors. Okay, for success in growth and reproduction with a particular habitat, the organisms require various essential factors the from its environment. Okay, these factors are required in minimum level and they have a maximum level of tolerance. Then next concept, understand the conditions different kind of populations undergo succession. That ecological succession we had already studied in previous topic. And now we will see the components of ecosystem. What are components? There are two major components of ecosystem. One is abiotic component and other is biotic component. Okay, that we had already studied in first topic in ecology introduction. But here these abiotic component and biotic components are related to the ecosystem. Now, what are abiotic components? Abiotic components are mainly of two types. One is materials and other is energy. Then what are the materials? The materials, environmental materials such as water, minerals, atmospheric gases, salts, etc. These organic matters such as amino acids and other products of decay of living things are included in the abiotic components of ecosystem. Then second, energy. Energy is provided by the sun in the form of sunlight or solar energy. Then it is in the form of light, heat, and some energy is stored in chemical bonds. And this energy is a biotic component of ecosystem. Then we will study the biotic component of ecosystem. What are the biotic components? As already studied, it includes a trophic structure of ecosystem. The biotic components are also of two types. First are autotrophic and second heterotrophic components. What are autotrophic? The organisms which uses or fix solar energy and make their own food are called as autotrophic. Here, the fixation of light energy, they use simple inorganic substances and build up complex substances. This is done mainly by the green plants, some photosynthetic bacteria, and some chemosynthetic microbes also. These are autotrophic components of ecosystem. They are also called as producers of ecosystem. Then second component or second biotic component are heterotrophic component. All the heterotrophic organisms which depend on producers directly or indirectly for the purpose of energy and food are called as heterotrophic organisms. They are of two types, macro consumers and micro consumers. Macro consumers includes herbivorous and carnivorous organisms. Herbivorous organisms, they directly eat the producers like grass, etc., plants, and they are called as herbivorous, also called as primary consumers, and they constitute macro consumers of the ecosystem. Then carnivorous organisms, or we can say that omnivorous organisms, they are secondary consumers and tertiary consumers. They are also macro consumers. Then micro consumers, these micro consumers are simply described as decomposers. They are also called as saprophytic. It includes bacteria, fungi, and some actinomycetes. They live on the dead and decaying material in the environment. They break down complex components of dead living plants or dead organisms, and they make release inorganic nutrients in the environment. Okay, and these nutrients are again available to the autotrophs. In this way, these are the component of ecosystem. Then we have to study types of ecosystem. The scientist Alan Erck in 1973 classified the world into hierarchy of ecosystem. He considered total world is biosphere, and biosphere is the largest and all compassing ecosystem. Now below or next lower level is mega ecosystem. Okay, biosphere is largest ecosystem, and biosphere it includes four types of ecosystems depending on lower level. Okay, first is mega ecosystem, second macro, third is meso ecosystem, and fourth is micro ecosystem. Let's we understand what are these mega ecosystems: macro, meso, and micro. The mega ecosystem is includes marine ecosystem like ecosystem of saline waters of sea, ocean, and lake. It is the largest ecosystem. Then freshwater ecosystem is called as limnic ecosystem. Okay. Then some semi-terrestrial ecosystems. Example, wet soil and its air ecosystem. Terrestrial ecosystem, that is aerated soil and air, and urban industrial ecosystems. These are included in mega ecosystems. Then macro ecosystem, it includes, for example, a forest ecosystem. Okay, all the types of forest present on earth it included in macro ecosystem. And this macro ecosystem further includes next lower level, that is meso ecosystem. For example, cold deciduous forest with its fauna. Okay, forest area is large, and this forest they have subtypes, it is called as meso ecosystem. Then fourth type, micro ecosystem, it is a division of meso ecosystem. For example, lowland or subalpine cold deciduous broadleaf forest with its fauna. In this way, these are the types of ecosystem, major types of ecosystem. Then we will see another way types of ecosystem, that is depending on the nature which constitute giant ecosystems. These are artificially categorized as natural ecosystem and artificial ecosystem. What is natural ecosystem? The ecosystems which operate by themselves under natural conditions are called as natural ecosystem. Here they includes terrestrial ecosystems such as forest ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, desert ecosystem, etc. Then aquatic ecosystems like freshwater, for example, running water as spring or stream, river. Then standing water ecosystems such as lake, pond, pool, etc. And it also includes marine ecosystems. These are the types of natural ecosystems. Then there are certain artificial ecosystems. They are also called as man-engineered ecosystem. For example, a cropland. Here, man tries to control biotic community as well as physiochemical environment in that area. Some aquaculture, okay, are also included in artificial ecosystem. These are the types of ecosystem. Okay, students, we will stop here. Next, we will see in the remaining lecture. Thank you.